Hey there, friends. We're continuing on with New Music Friday with a sensational artist, one of the most talented of his generation, someone I call a yearner, Mr. Conan Gray, his Wishbone Deluxe. First, I wanted to talk about his original, the standard edition of Wishbone. Look at this. I clearly really enjoyed my time with this album. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal album. There's only two songs I did not save, but I still listen to them when I listen to this album. This song is definitely one of my favorites from the album. Now, we are getting into the deluxe. It's time, baby. And look at this artwork. Look at the wishbone. Look at Conan hanging from it. I have no idea what to expect. I know we have 5 new songs. So far, there was a new song that I've heard recently called The Best that we're ending with. So we are going to start with Care and continue on. And we have our lyrics pulled up. If we need context, there's probably some song bios already. Please let me know your thoughts on each song. Please let me know what they mean to you. And of course, with a voice like Conan, who even got someone like the legend Joan Grande, who has birthed one of the greatest vocalists of all time in Ariana, she was wowed. She was shook. She was in shock. She knows that this dude is talented, just like we do. Now let's get into this album, starting with Do I Dare is the first song off of the deluxe. Here we go, y'all. Let's enjoy. Already out the gate with some beautiful strings, Conan Gray. Like I said, he is a very honest and authentic musician, and that's one thing that's really drawn me to his music is the musicality, the instrumentation, and that gorgeous, beautiful, vulnerable boy's voice. Here we go. Do I Dare?
Say a clean cut heals the quickest. December to May was spick and spotless, but when some cynical thing happens to me, you're still the very first name I'd like to reach to tell. 'Cause only you find it funny. Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare?
His voice.
Leave there? Do I dare? Do I dare? Reach out and ask you how you've been. Do I dare?
Already so elegantly beautiful. His voice has so many different inflections on it. Like, he is not a monotone artist whatsoever. They say a clean cut heals the quickest. That's not always true. December to May was spick and spotless, so nothing was bothering him, nothing was coming up, and nothing was breaking his heart. But when some cynical thing happens to me, you're still the very first name I'd like to reach to tell, because only you'd find it funny. So they share the same kind of humor. He's like, something dark and something drab, something that brings me down to get my hopes down. It happens to me, and you're the only one out there that would think it's funny as well. And yeah, it's like that. So he's going through this consciousness of wondering, should I reach back out to him? Do I dare? Should I try to repair? Reach out and ask you how you've been? That is a very normal thing that a lot of people go through. You know, you're wondering if you should send that text. Hey, how you doing? You don't, and there's times where it's like, oh, should I send that? Because maybe they're with somebody different now. You don't want to get in their way of that. Very human, very authentic. We're already starting off to a very wonderful start, and that music, the instruments on there is very beautiful. It sounds like we got some violins and some drums. It's a hard question. That Lord Register.
I saw a wren fly at a window, and if I befriend magnificent blur, fall to the curb, rotting alone like when you left me first. It took a year to repair what I lost, might take another if I call.
Opening that wound back up. His vocal's wonderful.
Reach out and ask you how you've been. Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare? Do you hope to hear from me?
Oh my.
Holding back the words that we never say. So do I wait by the phone every day lonely, or do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare? Repair? Do I dare? Do I dare? Reach out and ask you how you've been. Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare?
That's why I love this artist so much. So real. Whew. The instrumentation on this, I hate when Spotify does that. They skip to the next song really quickly. His vocal,
How you've been. Do I dare? Do I dare?
you can hear the anxiety on his voice. That's one thing he does so well is he projects the emotions that he's going through here. Now it's obviously about the song is about wanting to see, like, questioning, should I reconcile this relationship with someone? It starts off with they say a clean cut heals the quickest. So they probably broke it off. It was an easy break, and then December to May. So 5 months of spick and spotless. It was clean. It was easy. I didn't have to, my heart didn't have to repair itself it wasn't a very hard breakup. It wasn't like I wasn't crying every day. I wasn't throwing up. I wasn't, super depressed about you. But then a cynical thing happens. You probably are facing some really hard times in your life and you feel down and out. You feel like you're in the dumps. And then you still think about them because there's someone on the top of your mind that would understand the humor, would understand the situation that you're going through. And it's like questioning, do I dare? Very, very simple, but his vocal is incredible. There is like this very heartbreaking tone to his voice where you can hear the nervousness. You can hear the heartbreak in his voice. There's like a little vibrato, and also just the humanity behind it. This is real. Pretty much everyone that's tried to date, everyone that has dated understands this feeling here. Whether you're on the other side of it, of waiting for someone to reach out to you, or if you're wondering, should I reach out to you? Most of the time, yeah, why not? What do you have to lose? You already lost them, so what are you afraid of? You afraid of like getting your heart broken again? Are you afraid of them making fun of you? I mean, the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're just gonna lose them again, or they're gonna say no or whatever. But also, I understand it because yeah, you're protecting your heart. You also might be thinking like, maybe they're in a relationship and I don't want to mess with their relationship. Gracie Abrams has a song kind of like this where she talks about wanting to go back and apologize for the things that she didn't apologize for during the breakup, and I thought that was like very mature. It can feel a little bit selfish as ways too, but the maturity is like taking accountability for it and apologizing. This, though, I saw a wren fly out a window, and if I befriend you, will I crash a magnificent blur? So seeing that, it's like a reminder of, whoosh, whoosh, like, am I going to just freaking crash and burn by trying to hit you up? And is it going to open back up these wounds that hurt and break my heart again and have me leaving there picking up the pieces again? Fall to the curb, rotting alone, like when you left me first. Oh my gosh, that's so illustrative. I don't want to think about a bird doing that. It took a year to repair what I lost. Might take another if I call. So yeah, you pick up the phone, you call, and if they are like nah, if they ghost or not ghost, if they don't return your call, that's gonna make you feel some type of way. But you have to go in. I say this all the time. If you're going to pursue love, you have to be willing to get your heart broken. It's the best way to do it. Blend those walls down, being authentic and putting yourself out there. It's having faith. Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare? And then this bridge. Do you want to hear from me every day, every day? Holding back the words that we never say, never say. So do I wait by the phone every day, lonely? Or so yeah, he's sitting there going through it, running through his mind. Makes me think of the song I just heard recently by Zayn Malik and Taylor Swift, I Don't Want to Live Forever, where Zayn's part of the song at the beginning is he's just like, he's just in the dumps and he's going through it in his head and he's talking about the four walls that are closing in on him and how he doesn't know if he can live forever without hearing from that person. And that's what this is right here. Do you want to hear from me every day, holding back the words that we never say, never say? So do I wait by the phone every day lonely, or do I dare, do I dare, do I repair? I love how smoothly that kept going too. That is his vocal talent. That is the production on the background, which I did not see who is producing on this. Noah Conrad and Conan, they're both writers on this as well, I see. Yeah, so it's a beautiful, but it's very relatable. It's a very common situation for many of us to go through. Let's see what the song bio says. Despite the healing, Gray finds himself caring to get back in contact with an estranged muse on Do I Dare. The connection stays strong despite the hodernal distance between the two, the singer wondering if it's worth taking the risk. I don't know what okay, we have some vocabulary today. Let me get my diction up, baby. Hodernal. If I had to guess, it would be despite the hodernal distance between the two, that they're just not talking, I guess. There's this space between them. Hodernal is an adjective meaning of this day or belonging to the present day, primarily used in literary context or linguistics. It refers to events occurring within the current day. Examples. Literature is a point outside of our hodernal circle. Rolf Emerson. Past the hodernal. Thomas Hardy. Linguistics. A hodernal past tense refers to events that happened earlier today. Interesting. So, I mean, his fans are so incredibly intelligent. I love that you're teaching me new words there. Okay, so Do I Dare already. Track number 1 on the deluxe. I enjoyed. I thought that was vulnerable, per usual, like we're used to with Conan Gray, and yeah, musically absolutely sensational. Those violins, those drums on there, and his voice just leading us around the whole track. Gorgeous. Track number 14, House That Always Rains. So, this is probably going to be about him just always feeling sad, I would imagine, being depressed. Usually you... Come on.
Grew up swift and strange in clouds of Texas rain. Both feet in the dirt and laughing soft in church.
This is what I love about him so much too, is like he really goes for it for the production. All of his albums have incredible instruments on them, and then his vocal obviously just makes it so much better. Grew up swift and strange in clouds of Texas rain, both feet in the dirt and laughing soft in church. So yeah, very ordinary Texas upbringing.
And strange in clouds of Texas rain, both feet in the dirt and laughing soft in church. Your born city slick with both sharp shoulders checked, always more to prove to boys in private school. Oh, I saw you in the doorframe of the house that always rains. Come and find me, 'cause they're shouting in my house that always shakes. Don't that explain why
This rips.
Don't that explain why we're afraid of love?
So I'm gonna say this already because I like how it is musically. I like the drums, I like the guitars, I like that bass on there, and then his voice is just incredible. I saw you in the doorframe of the house that always rains. Come and find me, cause they're shouting in the house that always shakes. I know that he's grown up with this really hard childhood. That resonates with me deeply because they're shouting in the house that always shakes. I grew up in a tumultuous household with step siblings and stepmother and my father and all these people that just could not get along and always yelling at each other and whatnot. I think that's kind of what that means. I know Conan and his father have had a strange, kind of bad dynamic that we've learned about. But I saw you in the doorframe of the house that always rains. What exactly does that mean? Is that like, is their family always kind of crying and going through depression or what? I can't wait to get the song bio for this one because that's I feel like that could be taken so many different ways. I saw you in the doorframe of the house that always rains. Maybe they have a leaky roof.
Frame of the house that always rains. Come and find me, 'cause they're shouting in my house that always shakes. Don't that explain why we're afraid of love?
Yeah, so both houses are just.
Don't that
Yep.
explain why we're afraid of love?
I want the art to be up there. Yeah! This rocks.
Stumbled to the streets, found crowds of talking teeth, overwhelmed. We felt, and the rest of the world went quiet. For the first time, I saw you in the doorframe of the house that always rains.
Okay, so I feel like I have a better understanding of it now. Stumbled to the streets, found crowds of talking teeth, overwhelmed, terrified. We fell eye to eye. Then the rest of the world went quiet for the first time. So he's falling in love with this person. They're falling in love with each other despite the conflicts that are in their own lives. It sounds like they both are coming from a household that's always in a state of being disheveled, being in shambles. One house is arguing and shaking, one house is crying possibly all the time, and it's hard. How do you find love? How do you understand what love is when you never actually have seen it in your life? Again, relatable. Never only seen a couple couples in my life, especially in my family, where it's like a stable, beautiful, all-encompassing kind of love where it makes sense and you have an example of it and you can chase it. Thank you to my aunt and uncle. Thank you to my grandma and grandpa. I was able to see that. Everyone else, my mom and dad, I remember from 0 to 3, they got divorced actually right before I turned 3, but I have these tiny memories of coming down the stairs with my brothers, looking around the corner and seeing my dad just fucking yelling at my mom all the time, my mom crying, and then finally she left him, and then, seeing her next relationship go the way, and then see his next relationship go that way. But my grandma and grandpa, seeing their beautiful relationship. My aunt and uncle, though, had the most beautiful relationship I've ever seen in my life. Like, ooh, rest in peace to my uncle. Phenomenal man, one of the greatest men of all time, in my opinion. But these people found each other still, some way, somehow. They found each other, and then the world goes quiet. And that's what happens when you're in love. You go into this like cocoon. Everyone's just, faceless people around you and that person that you love. And that's a beautiful way for him to describe it.
In the doorframe of the house that always rains. Come and find me.
The song jams.
Shouting in my house that always shakes. Don't that explain why we're afraid of love? Oh, if I could do one thing over again, I would be less of a lover to you and more of a friend. I would have got it in my head that it's not about me. While I was scared door frame of the house that always rains. Come and find me, 'cause they're shouting in the house that always shakes. Don't that explain why we're afraid of love? Don't that explain why we're afraid of us?
They're jamming on this song. Oh, piano and a little drum outro there. Man, he got me there for a second. The bridge, again, there's some conflictions on his brain. If I could do one thing over again, I would be less of a lover to you and more of a friend. My true advice to y'all that are pursuing love, I would say start off as friends. Give it some time, get to know that person first, see the red flags, see the green flags, see what you really like about them, and get past the lust, get past the infatuation of wanting a relationship and how that relationship, what a relationship makes you feel like. But this here, and then he says, I would have got it in my head that's not about me, while I was scared of being left. So he has these abandonment issues. He's afraid that they're just going to leave them because he's got this huge sense of love for this person now. I feel like that now he's afraid of being left, instead of like if it was a friend, yes, you have those feelings for someone. Yes, you love your friends, but it's on a different level. It's on a different level once you open your heart up to somebody and you're like, "Oh, that's my baby. That's my boy. That's my girl. That's my woman. That's my man. That's my whatever it may be." Like, it breaks down the barriers and you open it up. Your walls are down now. And then you have a chance of getting your heart shattered. And you have to go through that throwing up feeling in your gut, empty feeling in your gut that sucks. And it's hard to not get into that. You were scared of being seen, truly seen. And then, yeah, that hits as well because, yeah, sometimes people are afraid that you're going to see all their quirks. You're going to see everything that makes them tick, and you're going to be able to, or they're going to be vulnerable to you. And sometimes people are very afraid of that. They don't want to give you everything, because once you got everything, now you can possibly manipulate them. A lot of people are not like very good with people's hearts, so they will take the weaknesses and stuff that you have, and they'll use them against you. You guys know what I'm talking about. You tell them something that may have happened in your life, and they throw it back in your face and use it against you. Red flag, run the fuck away, because they're going to do it again most likely. But this here also, it's like you're scared of being seen, truly seen. Yeah, you're afraid of taking those walls down and letting yourself be vulnerable and giving yourself to somebody, because now it becomes real. Now, yes, now your heart opens up as well. That's how I take it. But I saw you in the doorframe of the house that always rains. Come and find me, because they're shouting in the house that always shakes. Don't that explain what we're afraid to love? Don't that explain what we're afraid of us? So yeah, they're going through this. They're going through the anxiety of wanting to start a new love. Song bio. Encompassing the trope of opposites attracting, an urgency in seeking shelter from the stresses and troubles of various backgrounds. House that always rains finds two people falling each other despite many obstacles and differences. Interesting. The song could also talk about young queer love in oppressed societies and abusive households, which are not limited to suburban urban places. Yeah, definitely, especially we're talking about Texas, where you got all these evangelical Christians that don't even believe in what they're reading or anything. There's not anything against gay people in any of the commandments or anything like that. So that's just, again, people just making up the rules, moving the goalposts, and being shitty, hateful, disgusting people. And I have empathy. I don't like those people, but I have empathy for them, because they most likely got taught that from their parents. Or they could be someone that has had to suppress their sexual urges, their whatever, however they like to love, and it created a sense of hate in them, because they weren't allowed to do it. So it's jealousy, it's fear. But yeah, it's not limited to suburban or urban places. It's everywhere. We see it all the time. So that there is a reason to feel that way if you're queer, if you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're bisexual, if you're transgender, if you're intersex, if you're asexual. Like, it's not fair. It's just a fucked up society where hateful people want to project their shit on you because they know they're going to get those brownie points from the other hateful people. It's a clicky hive mind kind of thing, and it's very simple to deconstruct if you actually pay attention to patterns and stuff like that. But I hate to have empathy for these people because I know that most of the time they were brainwashed into this mindset based on fear, and it's so dumb. But yeah, I didn't take the house that always rains to mean finds two people falling for each other despite many obstacles and differences. I felt like that meant that they were also from a house where it's like there's a lot going on all the time. They never saw stability. They just see people mad and or crying, depressive, I guess I would say. So that one I'm gonna need help from you guys a little bit too of what you think it means. Yeah, that bridge definitely had me going. The only it like caught me though. It got me feeling emotional, and then he just like kind of passed it by, and that the great musicality of this came back in, the instrumentation came back in, and his voice is so soaring and beautiful. It like whoop dragged me right out of that, and maybe that's part of it too. It's like that bipolar feeling of going hot and cold, which is pretty realistic in a new relationship as well. So 2 for 2, that one was great. We were jamming to that. It felt good. It's one of those ones again where it contrasts. The lyrics feel sad and a little bit hopeful, but the production feels so joyous and awesome in my opinion. Okay, next song is called Adore. John Buscema, maybe?
I found myself today taking your stop on the train.
Driver's license, baby.
One word from you, baby, I'll go away.
Damn.
I'll sing the same songs for you, songs about you on the stage.
Man, first thing, he sounds absolutely broken. That guitar sounds reflective. It's slowly strumming down. It has a nice pitch, a nice tune to it.
I found myself today taking your stop on the train.
Okay, self-explanatory there. You guys can understand that.
One word from you, baby, I'll go away.
Oh, that tremble in his voice.
I'll sing the same songs for you, songs about you on the stage. One kiss from you, baby, I'll turn the page. Just need to close this door. Wipe the wine that we spilled off the floor. I just need to close this door. Who do I keep it open for? Only you, my love.
Oh.
Only you, my love.
Oh my gosh, his voice breaks my heart. He is so good at that. I'm telling you, he is wonderful at projecting his emotions. You can hear it. There's that tremble on his voice, there's that brokenness that starts. And yeah, the music of this, that guitar, it feels like the guitar is depressed too. It came in soaring though on the chorus. I was not expecting that. I thought this was gonna be more of a low down kind of song. But yeah, he's retracing this person's steps because he's trying to get a piece of them again. I found myself today taking your stop on the train. One word from you, baby, I'll go away. I'll sing the same songs for you, songs about you on the stage. One kiss from you, baby, I'll turn the page. So one kiss, all I need is one kiss to move on. I just need to close his door. So he's trying to end this relationship. He's trying to move on. Wipe the wine that we spilled off the floor. I just need to close his door. Who do I keep it open for? Only you, my love. Only you, my love. So this person just means so much to them. that he's willing to keep going through the torment. He's willing to keep going through those memories and missing this person. It sounds like, and instead of moving on and moving past it, he probably thinks he's going through this confliction in his brain where he probably thinks that's for the best, because it sounds like their relationship is dead and gone. But because this person means so much, yeah, he wants to try still. He wants to keep the door open, and that is so real again. So real. Starting it over.
I found
Listen.
myself today taking your stop on the train.
Sounds ghostly, ghastly, and trembling.
One word from
What?
you, baby.
Sounds like his voice is cracking.
I'll go away. I'll sing the same songs for you, songs about you on the stage. One kiss from you, baby, I'll turn the page.
That could also mean that we're moving past something too. One kiss from you, baby, I'll turn the page. Like I'm gonna get over something that you made me upset about, possibly.
I'll turn the page.
Like it's so easy for you to get me back in.
Just need to close this door. Wipe the wine that we spilled off the floor. I just need to close this door. Who do I keep it open for? Only you, my
Man, that organ. He has such a fantastic choice on his instruments for each song.
I'm savoring cigarette butts that she left on the porch.
Damn.
A rosary bead of the headphones we shared on the night that we slept on the floor. I've tried to find somebody else, but it just makes me lonely. You were never even good to me, falling for the person you could be, but he doesn't exist, so I...
Damn, he always just smoothly flies into the chorus. It's hard to find places to pause, but I'm savoring cigarette butts that you left on the porch. A rosary bead of the headphones we shared on the night that we slept on the floor. I've tried to find somebody else, but it just makes me lonelier. That is true. Trying to find that person to fill the void, because this person is so sensational to you. Even though he says, you're never even good to me, falling for the person you could be. He's seeing that potential in them, and that's a killer too, where you stick around in a relationship for too long because you feel like you can wait until they flip that switch, right, and they change to be the person you know that they can be. It just doesn't really happen that often, unfortunately. But I understand it. I understand the psychology. I understand why you would do that. They check like what, 7 out of 10 of the boxes, but those 3 boxes where they're like probably not reciprocating, they're probably being shitty to you. Like you said, you were never even good to me. Falling for the person you could be, but he doesn't exist. So that person doesn't even exist. It's in Conan's head. That person that you could be, because he's using pattern recognition. He sees what they could do, what they could be, and it's just not happening. So, his vocals are so heartbreaking too, though. It adds such a texture.
But he doesn't exist, so I just need to close this door.
So he's getting close to that.
Wipe the wine that we spilled off the floor.
That sounds like an argument, maybe.
Just need to close this door. Who do I keep it open for? Only you, my love.
Yeah, I'm saving it.
Only you, my love.
His voice is absolutely gorgeous. Fuck.
Only you, my
So it was easy for them to just end it.
love. Only you, my love. Only you, my love.
I hate how common that situation is. I hate how fucking common that situation is. You keep waiting for that person to flip that switch, and you're telling yourself, red flag, red flag, red flag. I gotta close this door. I have to fucking end it. And then they do it to you. They ghosted him. And I remember him talking about this on the standard edition of this album, how he was like chasing them to fucking over in London, right? And he knew that it was over. And yeah, you're calling a cab from the sheets of my bed, so you're getting out of here. When I opened my eyes, you were halfway to London. So by the time he was even able to open his eyes, you're already gone. You're already halfway to London, which could be like a physically, or it could be like they're already moved on in their mind as well. Like yeah, you're already halfway. Could be just making that decision. I'm calling your phone, but I think it does mean physically. I'm calling your phone and you're not picking up, and I still don't know how. When you left me, you just went and closed this door. So it's just easy for you. Where he had to go through all these decisions, he had to go through this torment, it sounds like, of like thinking about he should end it, and then he doesn't. And you can just do it so easily. You wiped up the wine so easily, and then he goes again and says, I just need to close this door. Who do I keep open for? And still, only you, my love. Only you, my love. Because they just mean that much to Conan. It's so human. It's so real. And it's very common. It's very common. It's hard. I can't give you guys advice on that because sometimes it does work. Sometimes it works where you give them time. Sometimes people just need a breakthrough. Sometimes they need a breakthrough. Sometimes they need to get through a moment in their life where they can give back more to you and they can change. But unfortunately, most of the time, it doesn't work that way. And they're going to probably be selfish and they're going to treat you like shit. There's a lot of times where people in relationships where one person likes the other a little more until you find that person that actually reciprocates with you and you can feel the 50-50, 60-40, 55-45 kind of thing where you're closer. It's more tender. It's more loving. It's more real. This one just, yeah. You can hear his voice cracking. You can hear how tender it is and how heartbroken he is. And again, the anxiety of like, what should I fucking do? It's hard, but it's human. Song bio. In shambles, in a desperate attempt to seek out an escape from heartbreak and its emotional betrayal, Door acts as a raw and realistic example of how idealistic images of a lover and sugar-coated memories may not truly reflect the relationship's verisimilitude. Oh my God, am I gonna learn another word? Verisimilitude. Okay, y'all are just showing off now. I love it though. Let's see. Verisimilitude is the appearance or semblance of truth, realism, or believability in a work of art or art, literature, or film, derived from the Latin veris, true, and similis, similar. It ensures that a story or creative work feels authentic and consistent within its own universe, even if the content itself is not strictly true. So this is him making it up in his head, him thinking, well, I have this, well, let's hear how, I think it's verisimilitude.
Verisimilitude. Verisimilitude.
One more.
Verisimilitude.
Verisimilitude. Thank you, robot. Yeah, it's you making this shit up in your head, even though it's not a real thing. It could break you though. It's almost like a delusion in a way, and you're going to be making up these memories that are future memories of thinking like this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna have this breakthrough, and then they're going to finally love me and turn into the person that I think they should be and will be if only they get through this moment in time, or if only I stick around and keep nourishing them. But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes it does. Very rarely it happens. Another great track. Again, the music and his voice are always phenomenal. Wait a minute. I meant to look at the context as well. I found myself today taking your stop on the train. One word from you, baby, I'll go away. These lines capture the death grip of dependent attachment. Conan is physically haunting his ex's life, taking their train stop out of a desperate subconscious hope for connection. Yeah, you can think of like those racing games where you race with like a specter that was there before that be like a time trial. You're just following that that road. By saying he'll go away or stay based on just one word, he's showing how much power he's handed over. He's stuck in a cycle of intermittent reinforcement, waiting for a sign, like breadcrumbing or love bombing boost, just to feel like he still matters. I just need to close his door. Obviously, that's open, or obviously that makes sense. Wipe the wine that we spill off the floor. Spilling wine is generally considered a positive omen, symbolizing abundance, fertility, and good luck. Oh, okay. See, I was picturing them like getting into an argument and the wine spilling on the floor. Historically, it stems from ancient libation rituals meant to honor deities and secure protection, or acts as a sign of safety by wasting potential poison. Okay, so it's like pouring one out for the homie. Look at the last drop in a way, but spill the wine. I know that. Okay. It represents a shift from a full life to an overflowing one. Yeah, this connects to 11:11 with a superstitious thing. So yeah, your cup is running over. Runneth over. My cup is runneth over. I just need to close this door. Who'd I keep it open for? Leaving a door open could have two meanings. One being leaving doors open mentally represent receptivity to new opportunities, divine blessings, and positive energy. Or option two, a lack of spiritual protection that invites negative influences and unwanted lover vibe energies. It symbolizes vulnerability, allowing for transition, spiritual communication, or the invitation of new possibilities into your life, often suggesting an open door policy of the soul. This whole last chorus could also be referring at how the other guy Conan talks about in the whole album has already moved on from Conan when he sings, "You just went and closed his door," while the other line keeps being, "I just need to close his door," meaning that he might still be struggling to completely get over his ex. Please spell check your annotations, y'all. That makes sense as well. So he's keeping it open. They're easily just shutting it because you don't mean as much to them as they mean to you. You were never even good to me, falling for the person you could be, but he doesn't exist. This gives care to me. The whole snippet does, to be honest, where he says, "My fault for making believe mistook who you are for who you could be," where he yet again states he made up a version of this guy in his head that doesn't exist. Yep. Was there anything else I needed? I just need to close this door. Wait, no, there was that. Oh, okay, I already did that. You're good to me. You're calling a cab from the sheets of my bed. When I open my eyes, you're halfway to London. This is very much an intimacy issue, a hidden relationship thing. Calling a cab is a cold, distant exit. Yeah, so instead of staying around, cuddling, kissing, maybe making breakfast in the morning, or, it doesn't have to be nighttime into the morning. It could be any time that you're fucking having sex, making love, or just cuddling. The subject isn't staying for breakfast or to cuddle or anything. Just grabbed their shit and left. When I opened my eyes, you were halfway to London. Maybe the subject was visiting the singer and had to go. Conan has stated many times his ex was from London. Yep. This is also reminiscent of 11:11, where he says, "Shooting star on the night we first kiss, like a sign if I blink, you'll be missed." That fast, just moving on that fast. And then here we go again. You just went and closed the door, leaving the door. Yep. Okay, so whew. Again, very tender, very broken, to be honest. Like Conan broken in his mindset of trying to figure out, like, oh, what do I do? He has like what's it called? Paralysis by analysis. He can't make a decision because he knows that person can change. He knows that person can flip the switch, or he thinks he can flip the switch out of this persona he made for that person, even though that person has never even been good to him. So again, see the red flags, y'all. Try to assess. Don't do the paralysis by analysis thing. Be authentic. See how they react to you, and use your heart. Use your brain. Use your discernment. Okay, they clearly do not like me like I like them. If they're just leaving and running away all the time, if it's that easy for them, then I know it's easier said than done, but it may be a time for you to go, Sometimes we don't always have to stay around to get our heart broken. Next, moths. Okay, if I know anything about moths to a flame, they go towards shiny things.
The door is closed.
Okay, so we're continuing.
But the window's open.
Oh my gosh, the door's closed but the window's open. Obviously, the window's smaller, so the door's closed where you can just walk in. It's very easy, but a window, you gotta climb up it possibly, or it's a smaller, so a little bit less light will come in. But, continuing it. I remember when we did listen to, what's the song called? The Best. He said that on that track, he was still dealing with, like, the fall of that relationship and what it actually, how he actually felt about it, and now he feels like the actual real, the real emotions that he or the real, how he really feels about that person, I should say. And yeah, but we're starting up with continuing from the last track, and the door's closed but the window's open, so there's still opportunity.
But the window's open. I'll leave the light on.
Oh, his voice.
And I'll let the moths in.
So people that are attracted to shiny
Keep
things,
your secrets, and I'll watch them follow you home. So keep on walking. Just keep on walking. And I won't beg. But if you need me, just turn around. Just turn around.
what an absolutely gifted vocalist. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, so yeah, the door's open, the window's open, the door's closed, but the window's open. I'll leave the light on and let the moths in. So yeah, moths, in my knowledge, are attracted to the light. They're attracted to shiny things. I don't know if you know, if you guys know like what Canadian soldiers are, midges here in the Midwest. They're attracted to the water. Every time around this time, they start sticking to your windows, your screen doors, and shiny things that they see. And they're kind of gross, but it's their species. But they're here in Ohio, northern Ohio, where I'm from. They come off the lake from Canada, and they come and they attach to like everything. And you'll have like all this stuff all over the backside of your house or whatever side that the lake is on where you're at. And it's pretty gross, and they're kind of they don't really serve much of a purpose. And these people sound like they don't really serve much of a purpose. Like they're just attracted to light, which Conan is a fucking light. He is a beautiful soul, and there should be people that are very attracted to him, and he should have someone fall in love with him because he seems like such a wonderful human being. So I'll keep your secrets and watch them follow you home. So keep on walking, just keep on walking. And I won't beg. The way he sang that, again, soaring. But if you need me, just turn around, just turn around. So then he's still conflicted. He's still going back and forth and saying that he still could be there for this person, I think.
And I won't beg. But if you need me, just turn around. Just turn around. You're a brand new friends. You sure do look like a
siren.
star. I loved a version of you that you're washing away.
Change.
And I've been drowning myself trying to cover the drain. So I won't beg. But if you need me, just turn around. Just turn around. And if you wanted, you could meet me on the other side of the street. No touch, no kiss, and let's just talk it out. I'll meet you in the middle. I
Conan.
will always be right.
Oh, man.
So I might be missing you forever, but you're every song I sing, and every letter, every word that we don't speak holds us together. I will always be right. The door's closed.
Oh, that's cosmic sound that was like winding down. This dude's
I'll
awesome.
leave the light on.
Again, it's just like so human. It's heartbreaking hearing how mature, how emotionally intelligent he is, but also just human because he's going through this devastation. He's going through these conflictions. He's so uncertain about things, but then he respects. He's building some respect. I'm becoming emotional because I'm like, yeah, Conan, yes, you're respecting yourself more. So here he says here, you're brand new friends. You sure do look like a movie star. I love the version of you that you're washing away. So you're changing. You're not the person that I fell in love with. You're changing on to someone else. And I've been drowning myself trying to cover the drain. That could be him, drinking. That could be him drowning himself in just his work. That could be him drowning himself in things to keep his mind busy, trying to cover the drain instead of having you wash back over him and pouring down him and coming back into his life. So I won't beg, but if you need me, just turn around. So if you need me, I'll be here, but not as that anymore. And if you want, you can meet me on the other side of the street. No touch, no kissing. Let's just talk it out. So we're not going to do these physical things anymore because it gets complicated there when you bring an old lover back in and then you give them what they want. A lot of time, there's a lot of dirty ass dogs out there. You guys hear me say that a lot. Like there's going to be people that are just coming around for sex, that's coming around for the physical intimacy of it, and then they're going to use you and abuse you and move on. And he's aware of this now, I think. I'll meet you in the middle. I will always be your friend. So so he cares about his person enough to not push him completely out of his life. He'll always be there for them as a friend in some way, and that is extreme emotional maturity. Shout out to you, Conan Gray, you beautiful soul. So I won't beg, might be missing you forever, but you're every song I sing. So yeah, you may think that I'm just moving on from you or whatever, but no, you'll be the person I sing about at my shows, and you're in these lyrics, and this album is about you. But if you need me, in every letter, every word that we don't speak, just turn around, holds us together. I will always be your friend. Just turn around. The door is closed, but the window's open. I'll leave the light on. Man, and again, the instruments were phenomenal. There's just like these soaring sounds where it feels like moving past a point. But we'll see. Let's see what this person says. We're probably gonna get another 10-point word to add to our diction. Let's see. Moths in Abundance. The track delves into looking forward towards a possible reunion between two ex-lovers. The relationship may not have worked out, but Gray believes that it could still reshape itself into a friendship at least. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's possible. Sometimes it's possible to keep a friendship with something that you've been intimate with or that you were pursuing, but a lot of time that doesn't happen. Again, usually there's someone that's wanting to still get physical because we are sexual beings. We are beings that derive from pleasure. And yeah, the doors close, the windows open. So let's see what this says. This is a clear callback to the previous song in the album, Door. He's basically saying that even if he managed to close the proverbial door and move on with his life, there will always be a way for his ex to re-enter his life. Yep. So keep on walking, just keep on walking. Might just be me, but this is giving Sunset Tower where he says over and over again, walk away. And in the best where they keep on walking past his window after leaving. So he's just asking them to just like, please don't do this. Please don't open up my heart again. Please don't open up that wound. And I won't beg, but if you need me, just turn around. Just turn around. A possible callback to the deluxe album's lead single, The Best. But you just walked away. The line in Moths could imply that Conan wants the same person who was walking away from him to turn back around, in a metaphorical or literal sense, harmonious with the line in The Best, as it symbolizes someone letting go of and dismissing their love. You sure do look like a movie star, so shiny, bright, and beautiful. Conan has sung about his partner being an actor multiple times in his song Actor, as well as in Sunset Tower, where he says, I used to pick you up after shooting all day. I don't know. We don't need to know who that is. That's their business. I love the version of you that you're washing away, and I've been drowning myself trying to cover the drain. Similar to something slipping away, Conan is trying to salvage the relationship by covering a metaphorical drain, though too much is being discarded from the version that he loves, so he's drowning himself in the remains. Okay, I didn't think that. And if you wanted, obviously these are not like confirmed, this is a fan or somebody that's writing about these, but I trust a lot of his fans. They're very smart. And if you wanted, you can meet me on the other side of the street. I think this is gonna be instead of a relationship romantically, like a friendship. So other side of the street could be a different way to describe different kinds of relationships. It may just be me, but this reminds me of the last song, The Best, because we could meet on the other side of the street and just talk it out. And in The Best, he said, "I swear if he saw, he could make peace with it." Eh, no touch, no kissing, let's just talk it out. Mostly in Conan's music videos, Wilson and Brando usually kiss instead of talking. This lyric might symbolize how Wilson wants to talk things out instead of usually kissing and touching. There you go. Wilson is the more mature one. He's not just like in it for the sex. He actually loves that person. So it's not all about the physical intimacy for him. It's more than that. He actually cares for that person. The other person treats him like, an object. I'll meet you in the middle. I'll always be your friend. This line is a callback to another song in the album, The House That Always Rains. It's reminiscent of the I would be less of a lover to you and more of a friend line, and shows that he loved this person as more than just a lover and will always be looking to reconcile with them. Yep. Okay. So, another great song by this awesome artist, Conan Gray. I've liked pretty much every song that he's made. He has a wonderful way with words. Again, his music, the production he goes with, the instrumentation is always so fresh, and yeah, it feels contrasting sometimes. Like we don't have like these songs feel heartbreaking, but they're up in this um energetic kind of realm. Like, there's so much going on. There's like a siren going on there that was like going down. It was beautifully just fading out. Phenomenal. Okay, so The Best. We have seen the lyric video that he did for this. He was looking like a cutie pie in that video, and yeah, let's check it out. This is the last song on the deluxe. Please, y'all, if I'm getting any interpretations wrong, or if you're seeing them a different way, let me know in the comments. I love to read your guys' comments. I try to respond as much as possible. Sometimes it's pretty impossible to respond to everybody, but and sometimes people can just explain it very well. Where I'm like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense because we all have different experiences. There's all different contexts in our life, but also you guys might know him a little more and understand his brain a little more than I do because I haven't gotten to get into everything of him yet. I do still have a wonderful document that the incredible Larissa has made for us that we will continue to go through. So don't worry. I promise you there will be more Conan Gray on this channel. I think he's awesome. Okay, last track on the deluxe, The Best. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna get me down.
It was a bad time, wouldn't go back. But memories of good times, they really last. Arms in your sweatshirt, primrose at night, mint chocolate ice cream, your hazel eyes. I know it's so low to hate you for leaving without me, but why leave so quickly? Do you miss me? Did all of this past year mean anything? Maybe it's all in my mind. I swear if I saw you tonight, we could make peace with it, not have to sleep with it, haunting me all of the time. I'd take back the shit that I said when I was supposed to let you back.
He loves this person.
Finally sleep with it, finally wish you the best.
Yeah, so he is massively in love with this person, and I think that's interesting that he actually started the lead single with the last track on the album, with like kind of the conclusion, you could say, because yeah, we read that he was still dealing with the fall of the relationship when he wrote the original Wishbone, and this deluxe album is more so how he feels now. And so if he's still months and months later have this love for this person, then it's definitely real. It's definitely real. Then it's not just lust. It's not just their Hollywood actor looks and everything like that. No, he cares about this person. It was a bad time, wouldn't go back, but memories of good times, they really last. Arms in your sweatshirt, primrose at night, mint chocolate ice cream, your hazel eyes. So he's going through the memories of them, of what they've done together, and all these sights inside of his head that just keep spinning and spinning around. I know it's so low to hate you for leaving without me. Yeah, it's usually hate is a low form of emotional intelligence. Like if you hate somebody, there better be some good reasons for it, not just because they left you. Because it could just mean that maybe they just didn't love you the way that you love them for leaving without me, but why leave so quickly? So then he's questioning, but why? Well, you never gave me a reasoning, but why so quickly? Why did you have to just shut that door? Why were you able to close that door so easily? And then, do you miss me? Did all of this past year mean anything? So he's just living through it. He's singing through it. He's going through it in his mind, these questions that go through our head, and we have to dance with them. Maybe it's all in my mind, but swear if I saw you tonight, we can make peace with it and not have to sleep with it. Haunting me all the time. I take back the shit that I said when I was so pissed that you left. I can make peace with it, finally sleep with it, finally wish you the best. So that could mean right there, finally wish you the best. That could mean that he's ready to move on, but it does seem like he's ready. We can make peace with it, not have to sleep with it. So that could be, we can make peace with it. We just end it here. We don't have to have these hard nights of sleep or, sleeping with each other, haunting me all the time. I take back the shit that I said when I was so pissed that you left. It could be that I take back the shit that I said because he was maybe a little over, like he was a little more, he was angry during the time, and so it wasn't like his exact emotions. Like he said, he didn't deal with it properly from the first fallout, and that happens a lot. When I was so pissed that you left, I could make peace with it, finally sleep with it, finally wish you the best. So that could mean that I'm ready for us to move on now. Finally, I've made peace with it. Finally wish you the best. So you can just move on. We can move on, and everything will be all right. But I also think it could be like, it could mean that he is willing to take them back. Like he's willing to get past all those hard things that they went through. Because that's the thing too. If you are going to get back with someone, say if they cheat on you or whatever, you have to be willing to move past that and not just bring it up all the time. You can't use that as ammo, or else that relationship is doomed. You have to have that trust. Trust is the foundation of every great relationship. So it could mean that he's willing to get past those things that he said and get past those emotions he was feeling because he cares about this person so much. But actually, the more I read it, the more I work it back in, I think that he is just ready to move on and focus on himself or a next relationship and let that person. Finally, I wish you the best. You can move on. We're okay. Everything's gonna be fine. We can end this amicably. It's a really good song.
I could make peace with it, finally sleep with it, finally wish you the best. Grew out your buzz cut, now my hair is short. Nothing like it once was when I was yours. I still remember that night you left, closed the door, and you stood by the window waiting, like you were gonna say something, but you just walked away. Maybe it's all in my mind. I swear if I saw you tonight, we could make peace with it, not have to sleep with it, haunting me all of the time. I take back the shit that I said when I was so pissed that you left. I could make peace with it, finally sleep with it, finally wish you the best. Finally wish you the best. Sometimes I wonder, were we ever even friends? Sometimes I wonder if it really is the end. I wanna watch you while the words come out your mouth. That's gonna miss me like I know you miss me now.
Ooh, the tides have changed.
I know you miss me now.
As they should, because you're phenomenal.
Maybe it's all in my mind. I swear if I saw you
So that song is kind of like on the same spectrum of Feather by Sabrina Carpenter. Not as light, not as like easily knowing that she's done with it. Like Feather, yeah, you're off my mind. Now I feel like a feather. Now I'm light and free. This one, it's still haunting him a bit, haunting me all the time. I take back the shit that I said when I was so pissed that you left. But maybe it's in my mind. But I swear if I saw you tonight, like he's not sure, he's not positive if he can make that decision of just like, the past is the past. You did what you did to me, and we can just be friends. We can be cool. It could be possible that he might blow up on them. It could be possible that he might like be questioning them and asking, "What the fuck? Why'd you do that to me? Why'd you treat me like shit? Why'd you just pretty much ghost me? You left to London. You took that cab and you left to London, and you just closed the door so easily on me." But it just seems like he is there. It seems like he's at this point where, okay, we're good. I'm going to make this an amicable break, and we can just move on, and I'm going to wish you the best. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope that you can find peace, because that's the mature thing to do, Mr. Conan Gray, you phenomenal soul that you are. What a great deluxe album. I'm gonna get into the context here, but like there's probably one point where I felt like I was definitely going to get very emotional. That was in was that in The House That Rains? I'll have to go back and look at the titles again. But yeah, I feel like I haven't experienced this in a while. I haven't been trying to date in a while. I am going through that now, but that person that I'm talking to now is a phenomenal person, and they do reciprocate. The only thing that, like, every once in a while we have these up and down moments where, sometimes the bandwidth can be tough, but that's because there's like a lot of love there, and I think we're both a little afraid of losing each other and not loving each other completely. Where this is different here. This is unreciprocated. This is unrequited love, where Conan put so much of his time and his love into that person and waiting for him to flip a switch that was never flipped in. And by the time they were ready to, by the time, I think it was the end of the song, right? By the time, where did it go? Where'd it go? Oh yeah, I know that you don't. Okay, I want to watch you while the words come out your mouth. That you don't miss me like I know you miss me now. I know you miss me now. So he knows that person has finally gotten to that point where they miss Conan, but it doesn't mean that they changed. It doesn't mean that they're going to be a different person. It doesn't mean they're going to flip that switch that he was waiting for their potential to get to. And I think that's him getting smart. That's him healing. That is him feeling healed. So I think he answered his questions there about like knowing if he could move on, if he could wish them the best. Beautiful song again. His vocal is crazy good. Let's get some song bio. Don't care about that. The best is a bittersweet emotional ballad following the singer's conflicted feelings regarding a past lover, torn between moving on and wishing them the best and wanting to know whether his hurt was reciprocated or at least recognized, feeling that he needs the closure of the latter so he can follow forward. So yeah, a lot of his songs, there is, I'm sure, some hidden meaning. I'm sure I didn't interpret every song right, but a lot of them is like kind of right in your face. And it does, like, he does tell you exactly how he's feeling. So yeah, this whole deluxe part of the album too was unrequited, was like not reciprocated. This love was not reciprocated. This person was using him, whether it's for physical intimacy or maybe just like a temporary love bombing kind of situation. Which, yeah, y'all, you got to see the red flags. You got to see the writing on the wall. It's hard to sometimes when you're blinded by love and you're blinded by the things that are going on and the things that some people are just so good at tricking you. Some people are so good at pretending, and they say all the right things and they manipulate you. So I would never judge him and say like, oh, Conan, you're so stupid. You should have ran away a long time ago. No, because only those two know the truth. Only Conan knows what he's gone through with this person. Only that person knows how they actually feel about Conan, and Conan doesn't even know how that person exactly feels about them until the end of this album, where, oh, you actually do miss me, but again, I just don't know if you're only physically attracted to me and you just want the sex, which is very common. So whew, beautiful. It was a bad time, wouldn't go back, but memories of good times that really last. Conan reflects on a relationship that was ultimately unhealthy or painful, yet acknowledges that selective memory preserves the beautiful moments. This tension between trauma and nostalgia is central to the song. Even when something ends badly, the highlights linger. So, yeah, if you want to get over somebody, One of the easiest ways to do it, not that it's easy, I should say, but maybe expedites it, is just thinking about the bad moments. Run the bad moments over and over again in your head, and then, sooner or later in time, your brain's gonna be like, well, that person sucked. But he's doing the opposite. He's thinking about the moments that were great and just running through those, and he's being delusional in that sense that that's all it was, when there's a lot of bad times too. Arms in your sweatshirt. In this lyric, Gray is referencing having his hands in someone's clothing. Primrose at night. The primrose flower, whose name comes from the Latin primus, traditionally symbolizes new beginnings, youth, and young love. Okay. Interestingly, the flower often blooms at night or dusk, hidden from the brightness of day. This imagery can be connected to Conan and his ex, serving as a symbolic reference to the relationship. Conan suggests that his ex is not publicly open about their connection, keeping it concealed from the world. Much like primrose that blossoms in the quiet of night, the relationship existed in secrecy, beautiful yet hidden, yet youthful yet fleeting. I know it's so low to hate you for leaving without me. He recognizes that resentment may be unfair, but he can't help feeling abandoned. The phrase so low suggests guilt. He knows bitterness isn't productive, yet he's stuck in it. Why leave so quickly? Do you miss me? The lyric is most likely referencing the relationship Conan and partner kept secret. This is mentioned in the previous song, Actor. No, I didn't cry. Kept the lie alive. Did all of this past year mean anything? This line is about self-doubt. Maybe it's all in my mind, and that's self-doubt, but I swear if I saw you tonight. The lyric and the whole song is reminiscent of Gray's previous song, The Final Fight, in which he says, all I wanted was the final fight, and all I needed was to make it right. So he wanted some closure. That's what sucks about getting ghosted. You have to go through your mind constantly. What did I do? Is it the way I look? Is it my interest? Was I being too abrasive? Did I not try enough? Tonight there's nothing left to do, but finally tell me what you put me through tonight. So you may think that like you're saving somebody by not telling them like why you don't like them, why you need to move on, because you think that you're not gonna. That way you don't have to like break their heart. You don't have to say these maybe harsh things about them, but you're doing way more damage by ghosting them. I can tell you the truth there. That's for sure. We can make peace with it, not have to sleep with it. This could be a minor reference to yours. The only thing that's harder than sleeping alone is sleeping with your ghost. Proposed suggestion. This line means that if Conan could have a chance to go back and apologize, he wouldn't stay up and regret his harsh words. The things haunting him all the time. Finally, wish you the best. This is the emotional goal of the song, reaching a place of genuine acceptance, not pretending to move on, actually moving on. Lovely. Lovely. Is there anything else? Sometimes I wonder if we were even friends. When talking about his previous relationship, Gray has always stated that him and his previous person were friends beforehand. Now he is questioning his view on reality, showcasing a deep feeling of disbelief for overthinking. I want to watch you while the words come out your mouth. He craves confirmation. Yep, see? Not just to hear it, but to see it. Watching someone say they don't miss you forces reality to sink in. I know you miss me now. This repetition feels like self-reassurance. It could be confidence or denial. The ambiguity makes it powerful. Definitely agree there. Yeah, finally wish you the best, and then just being done. Conan Gray, you are a treasure. We need to preserve you. You are a beautiful soul. I love how vulnerable you get. I love how real you are. It makes you such an incredible artist. It makes you human. And just like a lot of the other artists on this channel that get so vulnerable with us, that teaches us stuff. We can learn lessons through their music. Maybe things relate to you guys. This album, it probably didn't relate to me that much. There's songs that could have related to things in my past, but as of right now, like I do feel healed. I do feel like I'm on like a good path, and that I found someone that's phenomenal. But you never know. Things could happen in a day. Things could happen in a couple weeks where it goes up and down, because love is complicated. Life is complicated, and there's a lot of things that can happen that could be pressure and stresses on life and love. But as I'm sitting here today, though, I don't feel like I needed to. I don't feel like my heart was breaking over a lot of stuff. Well, actually, it's actually the opposite. I actually was feeling like, Conan, see the red flags, see the red flags. There's a lot of they're just using you. They don't love you. They're not reciprocating. It's unrequited. Someone you'll know. Like he's young, very, very, very young, right? He's in the same age as Olivia Rodrigo, 22 or 23. So you're going to keep learning through experiences, and then you'll be able to have pattern recognition like I do, where you can see like, okay, this person's definitely not into me, or you can see, okay, this person's into me, but they're keeping their walls up, and I have to get through those walls, and I need to keep going, and I need to persist. There's different ways to look at things, and right now he's looking at this relationship as, or was looking at this relationship as, well, this person could possibly be that one. They have such amazing looks. They're an actor. They have so many great tendencies that I like, but there's a few things that are possibly missing. But they've never been good to me. So he was real about that. Like him saying that they're never actually good to him, and that they're only using him for what seems to be physical intimacy. So you got to be aware of these things as you grow up, or if you are grown up and you've matured and you've had experiences with other relationships, then you'll be able to discern that better. As you grow up, you'll learn more things, and you'll have something like a Thank You Next for Ariana Grande, where those X's are lessons. You turn those lessons, you turn those L's into lessons. Like I always say, you alchemize, and that's a part of developing emotional intelligence, and then you'll be the best version of you for the next person. And then if that person breaks your heart, then you'll go through it, and then you'll be the best version of you for the next person, as long as you don't allow it to break you down and turn you into a shithead. Okay, telling you this stuff through experiences. I'm telling you this stuff as someone that has lived life to the fullest and has tried their best in love and many different aspects of life. I'm not always right, though. I don't have every answer. This could be like this person could just be really hurt and they didn't want to drop their walls down. But again, you have to have some self-respect. It's like it gets to a point where it's like, okay, man, you clearly just don't like me the way I like you, and it's too much, and I can't handle it. And that's what you have to. That's what you have to go through. You have to tell yourself, and you have to evaluate: is this serving me? Am I willing to actually make these sacrifices? Is this the best that I'm going to find? So learn, be aware, be present, be receptive, and take in those things. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me know your favorite tracks on this deluxe. Let me know what they mean to you. Conan Gray is absolutely sensational talent, and he seems to be such a lovely person. He introspects a lot, and maybe he gets a little bit too in his head, and he goes through the anxiety, and he's anxious, and he's doubtful about his own self-doubt, and that's human. And again, every artist that we get into on his channel, it's not like superficial, like surface level shit. Just like you'll never get a surface level reaction from me. And a reminder, I'm getting into Noah Khan, another one of those beautiful souls, and I mean beautiful because they allow themselves to experience the entire spectrum: love, depression, happiness, sadness. A lot of it is depression though, and a lot of it is him speaking from a place of truth. So if you love Noah Khan, I will see you over there at the Great Divide. Please let me know what you thought about Wishbone Deluxe. Please help me out with the interpretations and what they mean to you. And I also wish you nothing but real life experiences. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you learning experiences. I wish you to feel human and feel real and feel seen. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.